Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Obviously, since my last video, a lot has happened. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I split ways with the FXR Chaparral Honda team. I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. But first things first, I have something really exciting that I've been working on that I can't wait to show you guys. Obviously, Bridget and I made the journey all the way back home to Ohio. And we've been chilling here for a few days now, and we've been working on a secret project. That's kind of why there hasn't been any videos lately. We obviously spent 2 whole days driving home, and then we've been working on this project. So, and then obviously I've spent like the last 2 days kind of on my computer and on my phone just trying to put a program together for the 2020 outdoor season. So I apologize for the little lapse in videos here, but now that I kind of have a better idea of what's going on, I'm gonna start uploading regularly again, so no worries on that. We're gonna get right back into it. We're gonna crank out the rest of this season. But anyways guys, based on the title of this video, you already know what the project is that we've been working on, and I can't wait to show you guys. So we're heading over to Bridget's house right now to show you guys the official new Walker Motorsports Race Shop. Bridget's parents have been some of my biggest supporters ever since I started racing professionally, and they had some extra space in one of their barns out here, and when they heard that I was coming home, they offered it up for me to kind of base my operations out of this year. So we've been working on cleaning that up, getting all my stuff moved into it, and we're gonna head over to her house now and check it out. Alright, so here it is guys, super stoked to finally show you guys what we've been working on, the Walker Motorsports Race Shop. Unofficial name, I don't know if that's what I'm gonna call it, but that's just the easiest for me to come up with right now. I'm so stoked to just have a really good place to start working out of, and just all this open space and countertops and everything. Can't thank Bridget's parents enough. Like I said, they've been huge supporters of my racing program, just coming to races, cheering me on, and doing everything they can for me. So really appreciative of them letting me take over their pole barn. That's so kind and just so awesome of them, and I really appreciate it. This is really going to allow me to film a lot more off the bike stuff. Obviously, most of my videos will still be like riding videos and training videos and stuff like that, but there has been a big demand from you guys to do more off the bike training type videos and bike builds and stuff, like the CR250 that we've got going on, and a lot more of the technical videos like the hints and clutch video that I did a while ago, because you guys really seem to like that. And before, I just didn't really have a good spot to do it. If you guys watched some of my more recent videos while I was at my parents' house, they used to live on a pretty decent sized property with a big pole barn where we did all of our racing stuff out of. But once me and all my siblings moved on to college and moved out of the house, they moved into the city, and they just have a small 2-car garage, and it's kind of occupied by all the extra stuff that came out of the old house. So I just didn't really have a super good place to do bike work, and certainly not to film it, and it didn't look very good in videos and stuff. So I didn't really do a whole lot of that before, but I'm really excited to have a space where I can just pick up the camera. Everything's clean in here. There's just so much open space. Like, it's really pleasing to look at, looks good on camera, and I can do everything I need to do here. So this is gonna be the base of operations for the next few months while I'm here grinding out the nationals. So I hope you guys are stoked about it, because I'm really excited. Obviously, if you can't tell, this is like a dream race shop basically. So now that we have this space, we're gonna get right to work on the CR250, which you can see is just chilling here, pretty much exactly how we left off last time. And all the parts for it are scattered along here. We finally got suspension, so this is amazing. SGB Racing did an incredible job coating that stuff for me. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna hop into putting that thing together, and tomorrow there will be a video up on that, putting that all back together. I'm interested to hear from you guys, because I've never really had like a race shop before. I'm interested to hear what your guys' must-have tools are to have in a race shop, you know, things that come in handy all the time, or just little things that you picked up on over the years. Because now that I'm doing things on my own this summer, I want to make sure that everything goes over really smoothly. I have all the correct tools to get the job done and make sure that my season goes as smoothly as possible, which kind of segues nicely into the next portion of this video, which is where I'm just going to be talking about my program for the season, what I'm trying to set up, how you guys can potentially help if you would like to, and just briefly touch on the whole FXR Chaparral thing. With the whole weird pandemic that's going on with the coronavirus and everything like that, it just made sense to distance myself, make sure that I had the tools that I needed to go racing this summer, surround myself with good familiar people like my family and Bridget, and I think think that's all that really needs to be said. I know that a lot of you are confused as to like why I would give up on this opportunity. Hopefully you guys understand and you still support me with this decision, because believe me, it was the right decision for me. So hopefully you guys can understand. But anyways, moving on to my program for the season. Like I said, I've spent the past like 2 days just sitting down in front of my computer, emailing everybody I know. Unfortunately, I don't really have too many contacts in the sport because, you know, my entire racing career, I was going to college and I knew that I was not going to be racing forever, and it was kind of just a fun thing for me. So we never made a big deal about going and talking to people and meeting people, because I was like, I mean, what's the point? I'm going to be racing one more year and then I'm going to medical school. So that's been the toughest part of this, is just getting contacts and reaching out to those people. And especially with the virus going around, a lot of people aren't in office right now, and a lot of companies just don't have the budget right now to support another rider or racing program. But nonetheless, there have been a couple companies that reached out to me. I'm really stoked to say that I'll be representing FXR this season still. Those guys are a great group of people. Racetech also reached out to me already and said that they would support me in whatever I do. So really excited to have Racetech behind me as always. Yoshimura has always been really good to me. Championship Power Sports has always been really good to me. So there's definitely a couple key companies in my corner that are still going to support me this year, which really helps out. And I'm reaching out to everybody that I can. I'm not expecting anything major, but every little bit helps. If I can get a part here, a part there, 50% off here, 20% off there, it really adds up and helps out in the long run. So that's basically what I've been doing. My plan right now is just to pick up another Honda 450 here in the near future and start building that out to be my race bike, and then just keep putting hours on this as a practice bike, get another set of suspension done by Racetech, and just get a couple little pieces to make sure that the race bike is all ready to go. And yeah, my job for the next 8 weeks is just to train really hard, make a lot of content, and just try and build my program, you know, keep reaching out to people, and hopefully I can just find enough support and sponsor funding to make the season happen. So there's a couple other ways I'm looking to build up funding for the season, and there's a couple ways that you guys can help me. First and foremost, just continuing to watch the videos and, you know, giving them thumbs up, commenting, sharing it with your friends. That's really gonna help me the most. The YouTube revenue is really my main source of income, and that's what's really gonna help me get through this season. So I appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me lately. Ever since I got out to California, the support has been amazing and it's been helping me out a lot. So if you guys want to help me, that's the main way you can do it. Just keep watching the videos and sharing them. Subscribe if you haven't, because that helps out big time. I'm really not the type of person who's okay with just accepting charity, so I'm not gonna go make like a GoFundMe or anything. I know a couple of you guys have suggested that I do that, but I just don't feel comfortable with that. But another good way that you guys can help is going and picking up some of the Jaywalk t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that. I'm gonna be making up some new ones once I kind of get a sponsor list built up for myself. I'm going to be making some new Jaywalk team shirts basically, and all the proceeds to that obviously go into funding the season. So that's another good way to help me. Plus it's just cool to see you guys running around the nationals with my shirts on. That's really cool to see. The third way is I do have a Patreon account set up where there's some cool perks over on there depending on how much you guys pledge for each month, so you guys can go check that out. I really appreciate it if you guys jump on that program. It helps me out a lot. And then probably the main way I'm going to be trying to raise money this year is kind of take after the model that Michael Lieb had for Supercross this year. I'm basically going to be taking my helmet, my gear, and my graphics and sort of renting out or selling logo placements on them. So the main one obviously would be like the main spot on the side of the helmet where you always see the Monster Energy or Rockstar Energy logos. So the helmet would be more of kind of like a season sponsorship, more like a permanent thing. But another thing that's going to make it more manageable for companies is at every single race weekend, I'll be changing my shroud graphics. So at each race, I'll peel the side graphic off and put a new one on. And I'm gonna be taking on a new title sponsor at each individual round. So obviously they'll get the main title sponsor position on the graphic, which will be like right around this area. If you can see my bike back there, it'll be like the main logo. So it'll be in all the videos. At some point in the race vlog for that weekend, I'll take a minute to introduce that company, and if we have any promo stuff that we're running, whether it's like a 20% off code or anything like that, we'll go over that in the video and give them a shout out and thank them for helping out for the weekend. I feel like that's a cool idea because it's a little bit more manageable for a company to just commit to one weekend rather than a whole season, because the cost obviously is much lower. And it's a good way to just kind of feel out if I'm worth a sponsorship in the future. So I think that's a really cool way, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a company that's in the motocross world, which is kind of where I'm asking for your guys' help, because if you guys know of any companies or anyone out there who owns a company that wants to get some good advertisement, I have a media deck made up where it goes over all my YouTube statistics. Like, it shows how many monthly views, how many new subscribers, new viewers, and all that. I have that made up. So if you guys think there's any company who maybe would want to get some good advertisement, definitely send them my way. I have an email set up called jeffwalkermx@yahoo.com where I'm taking in all sorts of business inquiries, and you guys can just send an email to ask about like pricing. I haven't exactly figured out what that sort of package would be yet, but it wouldn't be a lot. I'm obviously not trying to get rich off this or anything. I'm just trying to pay for the season, so it wouldn't be too expensive to do sort of like a title sponsorship like that. I'll also be taking on a couple other smaller logo placements, like on the airbox shroud back here. So if you're just an individual, maybe you don't have a company, or maybe you're just a smaller company but you want to help out, I'll definitely be taking a few smaller placements for each weekend, and you know, I'll put just your name on it, or your nickname, or just a saying, or if it's a small company, like I said, I'll put the logo on there. So hopefully that's gonna help make this season more manageable. And like I said, you guys can help out a lot by just doing a couple of those things, or sending some companies in my direction, sharing around this video in particular so that other people can get the word out there. And hopefully over the course of the next 8 weeks, we can pull together some funding to go hit up Florida and continue on with the rest of the season. Beyond that, the only sponsors that I have right now are the ones that I mentioned earlier. I'm really on the search for every other kind of sponsor, whether it's helmets, chains, sprockets, bars, all that sort of thing. If you guys know of any companies who may be interested in helping out, like I said, jeffwalkermx@yahoo.com, send them my way. Even just an Instagram DM or anything like that. My arms are wide open right now, just accepting any form of help that I can get. So I really, really appreciate it. You guys know that you guys are the reason I'm still able to go racing this year, and I cannot tell you enough how thankful I am for that. You guys are amazing, and I want to make sure that I can keep making amazing content for you guys and keep you guys entertained, especially during this weird time where everyone's on quarantine right now. And I'm gonna do my best. And yeah, I just can't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate you still supporting me. Hopefully we can just make this season happen and make it smoothly, and make it in a capacity to where I have some good equipment and can do some good training and put some of this headache to rest, because I'm ready to just have some fun on my dirt bike, have fun making content for you guys, and just have a good season. So hope you guys like the shop. Hope you guys are excited to see the CR250 get put back together, because that's going to be tomorrow's video. Like I said, I'm going to go jump on that right now, and then we'll be riding and hopefully pulling in some sponsorship over the next couple weeks, and I'll be sharing the whole process with you guys. And then yeah, the season will be here before we know it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you're all staying safe out there right now, and yeah, thank you. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys.